Imagine this. You're standing at the edge of a vast sea. The water stretches farther than your eyes can see. There are thousands of people behind you. Families, children, all depending on you. And then, you hear it. The sound of horses. The rumbling of chariots. An army is coming. Fast. You turn back and see dust rising into the sky. Weapons flashing in the sun. There is nowhere to run. Nowhere to hide. In front of you, the sea. Behind you, death. This is not a story. This was real, and what happened next changed history forever. The Israelites had just experienced something incredible. After years of suffering, years of slavery, God had finally delivered them from Egypt. Through Moses, he sent plagues that shook an empire. And Pharaoh, the most powerful ruler of that time, finally let them go. Freedom. It felt unreal. They walked out of Egypt not as slaves, but as a people chosen by God. But what they didn't know was that their greatest test was still ahead. Back in Egypt, something changed. Pharaoh began to think, what have we done? Why did we let them go? Anger filled his heart. Pride took over. And in a moment of rage, he made a decision. Get my chariots ready. We're bringing them back. The strongest army in the land, prepared for war. Horses were mounted. Wheels began to turn. And soon, they were on the move. It didn't take long. The Israelites saw them. At first, just a shadow in the distance. Then, clearer. The army was coming. Panic spread instantly. People began to shout, Moses, what have you done? Were there no graves in Egypt? Fear turned into anger. Faith turned into doubt. Because now, it was clear they were trapped. But in the middle of the chaos, Moses did something different. He didn't panic. He didn't run. He stood still, and with calm authority, he spoke. Do not be afraid. Stand still and see the salvation of the Lord. Those words changed everything. Then, God gave an instruction. Stretch out your hand over the sea. Moses obeyed. He lifted his staff, and suddenly, the wind began to blow. Not a gentle breeze, a powerful force. It roared across the waters. The sea started to move, slowly, then faster. The waters began to rise, splitting apart, forming walls on both sides, higher and higher, until a path appeared, right through the sea, and step by step, they walked forward, into the impossible. Children, parents, elders, walking between walls of water. On dry ground, what fear could not solve, faith made possible. But the story wasn't over. The Egyptian army followed, charging into the sea, thinking they would win. But then, God moved again. The waters returned, and the sea covered them. The Israelites were safe, completely delivered. Because when there is no way, God makes a way. If this story touched you, subscribe for more powerful Bible stories.